Dude, we have to talk about Ghislaine Maxwell, guys. Okay? Because we are about to enter what is a perfect storm of corruption here. Because today, a representative of the Department of Justice went to visit with Ghislaine Maxwell. But that representative was Todd Blanche, who is Donald Trump's personal lawyer. Okay? So we have Donald Trump's personal lawyer making a pilgrimage to prison to see Ghislaine Maxwell. I saw some footage. She had like a box of something when she got back to the prison. This is very, very fucked up. It is a massive conflict of interest. The fact that Donald Trump's personal lawyer is a high-ranking DOJ official is already bad enough. That in and of itself is a huge, huge red flag. But the fact that Donald Trump's personal lawyer is now going to visit Ghislaine Maxwell, presumably to exonerate Trump, that is what's going on here. This is beyond batshit. And here too, okay, we watched Annie Farmer. Yesterday, we watched her little snippet. Ghislaine Maxwell sexually molested Annie Farmer. So not only is Ghislaine Maxwell an enabler for Jeffrey Epstein and, you know, a human trafficker for him, but Ghislaine Maxwell engaged in sexual abuse of these minor girls with Jeffrey Epstein. She is a sex predator too. And so now they're potentially concocting some shit where she is going to like exonerate Donald Trump in exchange for getting out of jail or what have you. Now, bear in mind that not too long ago, Trump was saying the entire Epstein thing was a hoax. But today, we find out that his legal team, led by his personal attorney, Todd Blanche, offered Ghislaine Maxwell immunity in exchange for whatever she's giving them. And then today, Trump made these statements, which are incredibly incriminating.
Would you consider a pardon or a commutation for Ghislaine Maxwell if she's cooperating?
It's something I haven't thought about. It's really something. It's something I'm allowed to do it, but it's something I have not thought about. Or they should focus on the fact that Larry Summers from Harvard, that Bill Clinton, who you know very well, and lots of other friends, really close friends of Jeffrey Summers, should be spoken about. Because, you know, Jeffrey Epstein should be spoken about. And they should speak about them, because they don't talk about them. They talk about me. I have nothing to do with the guy.
I mean, you just don't respond like that. Epstein is a hoax. Now we're giving immunity. Let's focus on Bill Clinton. Oh, I could do it. I'm allowed to do it. I mean, this is insane. Trump's blanketed denial of knowing anything about the Epstein files. The whole thing was written by Obama. And all of a sudden we find ourselves here where bit by bit, Trump is just continually incriminating himself. This whole thing is corruption at its most insane level. So there he is, Trump's personal lawyer, who is taking this meeting with Ghislaine Maxwell.
President Trump was told his name is in the Jeffrey Epstein files. He then said he wasn't told. And now a congressional subcommittee with Republican votes is going to subpoena those files. That's a lot to chew on. As sources tell CNN, the Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche will meet today with longtime Jeffrey Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell, convicted of conspiring with Epstein to sexually abuse minors. Now, in May...
And she actually sexually abused minors as well.
Blanche and Attorney General Pam Bondi briefed the president on the findings of the Justice Department's review of the documents related to Epstein, which found that the files appeared to include several unsubstantiated claims that they determined not to be credible, including those relating to Trump. And just being named in the files does not indicate any wrongdoing.
See that? Unsubstantiated. They're saying they're not credible. Of course, anything that mentions Trump is not credible, naturally.
But the timing is notable. He was told his name was there weeks before the release of a DOJ memo that said there would be no more disclosures in the case. Overnight, a House subcommittee voted to subpoena from the Justice Department for the release of those files in full, and it was a bipartisan vote. As I said, a lot to chew on. So let's get to CNN's Evan Perez for the latest on, again, what is a really unusual meeting today with the Deputy Attorney General of the United States.
Dude, yeah, it's Trump's personal lawyer. This is what pisses me off, guys. It's our media climate. There should not be a single news report from a reputable news agency that does not also mention every time they talk about Todd Blanche that it is Trump's personal lawyer. They keep calling him the deputy AG, the deputy AG. And sure, he's the deputy AG, but he is Trump's personal lawyer, okay? This is Trump's guy. Trump literally sent his own personal fucking legal representative into this meeting. And to top it off, there's a simultaneous sort of like anti-Democrat PR campaign happening across multiple news outlets as well. Like this one fed by Stephen Miller on Hannity, where these guys are trying to create this sort of perfect storm of shifting their entire Epstein, Trump sexually abusing young girls narrative onto the Democrats. This is the new thing they're posting today. Benny Johnson was the first to post this, where Stephen Miller went on TV and said Biden trafficked 450,000 children into America. So supposedly there's like 500,000 kids that are just, where are these kids, right? 450,000. Like, oh, really? Huh, that's interesting. That's a cool 500,000, dude. That's a lot of kids. Like, I feel like if there was 500,000 kids just taken away and trafficked into America, like, we might notice an influx of kids. You know what I mean? I don't think you could bring 500,000 kids into America and disperse them without, like, anyone noticing. Where are they? In some magical forest or whatever? Oh, my God. Here he is.
So here's another one for you, Sean. On top of all of that, we now believe the true number of missing children.
We now believe, okay? We now believe, right?
Well, here
we go.
Here's another one for you, Sean. On top of all of that, we now believe the true number of missing children that Joe Biden trafficked into the country, the Democrats trafficked into the country, is 450,000. Not 320, wow. 450.
Wow. That is so believable, right? The people who told us that Jeffrey Epstein is a hoax and that Obama wrote it and that, you know, he won the election and that Russia didn't interfere and that the price of everything is cheaper than it was a year ago. They're now telling us 450,000 with the music. Do you hear the music? The music really is like, man, that's got to be real, dude.
The Democrats have committed crimes for which they can never be forgiven, Sean. And Donald Trump is cleaning it up. Donald Trump is cleaning it up right now.
Let me say it again. Stephen, they have blood on their hands. They'll have more blood on their hands. Every murder, every rape, every violent crime. And if there's ever one of these known terrorists, we don't know where they are, that they let into this country unvetted, if there's an attack on our homeland, they'll have a lot more blood on their hands. I hope and pray I'm wrong.
They will. I don't think I am.
Dude, I know that music, dude. That music is like the really terrible music for a B military movie, like a fucking military movie made by Angel Studios with that fucking dun 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 music. Oh shit, bro. They turn it up. The fucking their balls are like fucking pumping to the music. Oh yeah, 500,000 kids. Oh, blood on their hands. Dude, you know what I want to know? Is how does this guy's wife fuck him, bro? How does she do it? Like, does she like put on like a helmet or something with like a fucking face screen or some shit? Like, how does she do this? Right? Oh, that's right, dude. She fucks Elon, doesn't she? Right? Dude. Yeah, I mean, don't they have kids? Does he have kids? Dude, look at his expressions. Oh my God, bro. Dude. Jesus. He has kids. So somebody fucked him, bro. Right there. There's the look. Oh, look at that. He's like, that's the look when Trump reaches his hand across the under the table and Trumpy's hand lands right in between Stephen Miller's legs. And Stephen Miller's like, oh, 500,000 kids. And Trumpy's like, oh. He's like, oh, Mr. President. Oh, shit. Oh, my God, dude. Dude, the nightmare fuel. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. You like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.